So this week we're going to be talking about how technology is shaping the future of education and how the 2017 K-12 Horizon Report is pointing out some of those significant challenges and key trends and also developments in education. But first, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the article that you were supposed to read. And how this is going to impact you in your own classroom. So 65% of students today will have jobs that don't exist now, which is really interesting to even think about. But if you think about social media marketing, that wasn't a thing even 5 or 10 years ago. And so that's what they're talking about when they say, we're educating students for things that don't exist. And so we need to think more about how they think instead of teaching them specific, discrete skills or knowledge or details or facts. They need to know how to learn. And so one of the points from the article talked about having more student-centric personalized learning, that so the student takes responsibility for making decisions and for choosing their pathways. Also, there's a philosophical shift in education. In other words, kind of what I was talking about, teaching kids about just discrete facts, or are we talking about bigger, overarching people skills, how to research, how to make sense of what we're reading, how to determine if it's credible, and what to do with that information, then how to apply it, how to actually utilize it. So another big idea focuses on the role of teachers. So how is teaching actually changing? Used to, the teacher was the talking head at the front of the class with all of the information in their head that they lectured. Students took notes. There really wasn't a whole lot of interaction, but the role of teacher is really changing, and we'll talk a lot about that when we focus on the ISTE standards, when teachers are supposed to be more designers and facilitators than just lecturers. So one of the big questions also focused on artificial intelligence and if computers will take over teachers' jobs. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the semester. And then the students have a bigger role. They take more responsibility in the classroom. So what does that really mean for how teaching and learning, classroom interactions, how are those things changing? And then what's technology's role in all of this? Is it a cure-all, or is it just something that is there, that's an add-on? And we will talk more about that as well. So you guys are going to be looking at the Horizon Report this week, and that is this document right here. And so whenever you go here, you're going to be choosing signing up on the spreadsheet, choosing one of the key trends, one of the significant challenges, and then one of the important developments. And so we are going to be looking at those, and you can see right here what pages they're on. So if you chose Advancing Cultures of Innovation, then you're going to go to that part. Actually, first you're going to read pages 4 and 5 because it kind of tells you an overarching idea about it. But then you're going to go to page right here, page 12, and you're going to read. And so what I really like about the Horizon Report is that it tells you in the blue here, it tells you kind of an overarching idea of what it's all about. And then it gives you implications for practice, which is really important because how does it affect the classroom? And then, this is my favorite part, it gives you specific things, examples, and you'll have to put one of these in your discussion board post, but specific examples of how schools are already doing this. And so like you can click on these, you can tell that they turn into hyperlinks. And so you are going to be reading 3 of these throughout the report, whichever 3 that you sign up for, and talking about those within your small groups this week. And that is all. Happy reading about the Horizon Report and thinking and reflecting about how it will impact you as a teacher.